What's up? You're watching the Electric Runway YouTube channel where fashion meets technology. I'm your host, Amanda Cosco. Thank you so much for tuning in. So those of you who follow me on social media know that I just got back from CES 2019. That's the Consumer Electronics Show that just wrapped up last week in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now I'm here with you to share my findings. Of course, there's so much tech to see at CES, whether that's TVs that roll up like maps or tablets that bend right in half like books. But here at Electric Runway, we are focused on fashion and retail innovation. And so I go into it thinking about themes like smart fashion and the store of the future, the customer of tomorrow. So with this in mind, here are the fashion industry trends that you need to know about from CES 2019. So the first trend that I want to talk about today is smart mirrors. Smart mirrors were absolutely everywhere on the show floor, from concept products to consumer-ready ones that cost thousands of dollars to free ones that you can download and try on your phone today. So we're going to start with the AR mirror from Perfect Corp, and yes, that is their real name. So this mirror was inside the high-tech retail room at CES, but it's also an app you can download and try for free on your smartphone. So at CES, Perfect Corp was showing off the applications that combine augmented reality and artificial intelligence to enable users to try out new makeup looks and hair colors at the touch of a button. Of course, on Electric Runway, we've covered similar concepts from Toronto-based Modiface in collaboration with Sephora, and if you're interested in these stories, we'll put links in the description box below. So Perfect Corp detects more than 100 points on your face in a fraction of a second, which enables the facial tracking to give you a realistic depiction of what you look like as a blonde, brunette, or even with blue or pink hair. Their applications can also be tied to specific products so that users can actually shop the beauty products that they're trying on. The next mirror I want to talk about is LG's AR Smart Mirror. This was located inside the LG Experience Room at CES, kind of tucked away around the corner, but we found it. So the mirror starts by scanning your body and then producing an avatar with the same basic height, waist, chest, arms, leg, and hip measurements. So right now, users can customize the avatar's gender and hair color, but a rep from LG told me that they're working on making the avatars even more customizable. So from there, you can select clothing that you'd like to virtually try on from retailers. After choosing a garment, the mirror visualizes what it would look like on you and uses a color-coded scanner to show where you might experience the clothing being too tight or too loose. So if an item looks like it's going to be an ill fit, you can adjust your order to ensure you end up with clothing that fits you just right. So users can even view items up close to inspect the details, including the cut and the quality of fabric. And the mirror can then sync up with other home products, including the LG Steam Clothes Styler. What isn't clear to me is whether or not LG plans to sell the mirror direct to consumers, or if it's intended for retailers to enhance the in-store experience. But given that the product isn't on the market yet, and given that its name is just simply the AR mirror, it's likely that they're still working out these details. Another memorable smart mirror experience was from Procter & Gamble, and this was the consumer goods brand first time on the show floor at CES, and they brought along with them the Future X Smart Store by SK-II. Now, for those of you who aren't beauty insiders, SK-II is a Japanese cosmetics brand owned by P&G. Inside the Future X Smart Store, mirrors inside booths were equipped with sensors and facial recognition technology to offer a free skin diagnosis. The process starts with a skin scan. Your results are then loaded onto a bracelet, and users are then invited to step into another screen to view their skin results, including information on radiance, spot correction, texture, wrinkle resistance, and firmness. So your skin score is determined by assessing 5 dimensions of your skin and comparing them to over 500 women around the world in your same age group. SK-II then uses this information to customize product recommendations. So other brands showcasing smart mirrors at CES 2019 included Hair, Electric Mirror, Simple Human, and Capstone Connected. We'll leave more links in the description below in case you want to further explore trend number 1, which was smart mirrors. Okay, on to trend number 2. Trend number 2 is what I'm calling the battle of the smart ecosystem. And what I mean by this, I think a few years ago at CES, the vision was that we were all going to be using wearables to connect us to this IoT, this Internet of Things. But in order for this connected, seamless life to really work, we're going to need 5G internet. And until that's a real thing, the dream of this seamless connected life that we've always envisioned just can't work unless it's in a controlled environment like in your home or in your car. And that's why we're seeing big companies like Amazon and Google compete to be your smart assistant of choice. So let's start by talking about Amazon. Amazon had a room at CES that showcased how Alexa could fit into different aspects of your life, from your home to your office and even your car. They announced a slew of Alexa integrated smart home devices, including a smart doorbell, a smart thermostat, smart lighting, and even smart kitchen appliances. Amazon also had an Alexa Auto booth at the North Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center to further show off its integration with your car. And then there's Google, who was all about showing off the Google Assistant this year. So one of my most memorable moments from CES was visiting the Google booth and riding the Google ride. Yes, they actually had a theme park style ride. Actually, it was a lot more like It's a Small World, but for connected living. So what happened was it took you through this whole narrative surrounding this main character who had to remember to buy a cake for grandmother's birthday. And throughout the ride, you were shown how the Google Assistant can enhance your everyday life, whether you need help choosing the right French bakery or finding an alternate route on the way home due to changes in traffic and weather. And so at the end of the ride, which was a complete sensory experience, you got French macaroons, and you could stick around for a demo of the new Google Pixel. It was a really well-crafted experience that, for me, really animated something that's not really there, as the Google Assistant is a software. So Google also had its employees dispersed throughout CES last week to walk visitors through new features the assistant could provide on third-party devices. So with both Amazon and with Google, we're seeing a battle over which assistant will win out of that future connected ecosystem. So now you may be wondering, okay, so what's the fashion and retail connection? Well, when it comes to voice-activated shopping, we already know that Amazon is really trying to capture this space. So obviously, millions of people order all kinds of products from Amazon every day, from groceries to fashion items to technology. So if Alexa is further embedded into our smart home ecosystem, it's more likely that we're going to continue to shop with Amazon. At the same time, Google is often how we discover new restaurants and shops to visit, both online and offline. So who wins out in the battle of the smart ecosystem will definitely impact the future of how and where we shop and sell. So last but not least, trend number 3 from CES 2019 when it comes to fashion and retail innovation were retail robots. So whether you're talking about machines that bake your bread or provide in-store shopping assistance, a number of companies at CES were showing off the role that robots and automation could play in the store of the future. Wandering the halls at the Las Vegas Convention Center, it's unlikely you're going to find any fresh food. That is, unless you stop by Wilkinson Baking Company's booth. Here, fresh baked bread isn't a trade show traffic gimmick, but their end product. BreadBot is a fully automated bread-making machine that mixes, kneads, proofs, bakes, and sells bread on its own. It's aimed at grocery stores and local markets who want to cut down on the cost of offering shoppers fresh loaves by eliminating distribution costs. So while a consumer version of BreadBot isn't available yet, Wilkinson Baking says they're working on a smaller, more portable BreadBot for home use, and I told them I'd gladly be a beta tester. So from robots that bake your bread to ones that help you shop, this year at CES, electronics company LG debuted a line of concept bots called Chloe that can serve a variety of functions. Of particular interest was one dubbed Cartbot, or the shopping cart robot. So this machine brings your traditional shopping cart to life with a robot that can help enhance the grocery store experience. In addition to carrying your items in a following mode, the bot also includes a barcode scanner and a checkout system with automated payment capabilities. Another one of LG's bots was designed with shopping for clothing in mind. One of the Chloe bots offered a service that could scan your body to determine size and fit, not unlike the LG smart mirror I mentioned earlier. Along the same lines, Samsung released Bot Retail, a device aimed at restaurants, retail stores, and other similar locations. This retail bot included a touch screen, which acts as the interface for customers. The backside of the bot includes shelves for delivering orders or food. The goal, of course, is to serve as an assistant and streamline ordering and paying in retail locations. The multinational conglomerate company SoftBank also showed off Pepper Robot, a 4-foot-tall robot for customer service. Pepper can recognize faces, pull up an order, close sales, and even pitch new products. Last but not least, a fan favorite from CES was FoldiMate, the soon-to-be-launched laundry folding robot. The machine can handle basic garments such as shirts, pants, sheets, and towels, and says it can fold about 25 items or a full load of laundry in less than 5 minutes. So that's it for trend number 3, which was retail robots. Now, before I wrap this video up, I wanted to mention a few fashion and beauty tech concepts that caught my attention, but didn't fit neatly into the themes that I was talking about before. So Tesla Suit, not affiliated with Elon Musk's Tesla, was showing off their full-body haptic suit for creating sensory VR experiences. The suits are equipped with 10 sensors for transmitting touch and motion capture in VR. Royale, the same company that grabbed headlines for their bendable tablet, was demoing a fashion use case for their flexible AMOLED screens. Turn any item of clothing into a promotional video or new medium for digital expression. And last but not least, Procter & Gamble showed off a new tool for beauty that is essentially Photoshop for real life. It's called the Opti Precision Skincare System, and it uses LED lights and a digital camera to detect the exact color and pigmentation of your skin. When it detects blemishes, it applies a serum to treat the blemishes and then covers the blemish in tiny inkjets of the exact right color of makeup. So while beauty filters and post-production skills can give our online lives the appearance of flawlessness, there's finally a serum to leave you blemish-free in IRL. So hang on to your cash though, the Opti skincare system won't be on the market until later in 2020. Okay, so that's it for my roundup of CES 2019, the 3 major fashion and retail innovation trends that I saw there. Were you at the show? Let me know in the comment section below what caught your attention, what you were excited about, or even what you were disappointed about. If you weren't there, what do you think about some of the trends that I mentioned? Were you following along online? What caught your eye? And for more fashion and technology content, I invite you to follow Electric Runway on Instagram and Twitter. We're at electric_runway. We also have a weekly podcast where we interview the makers and shakers of this industry. It's called the Electric Runway Podcast, and it's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher, or your favorite podcasting app. You can also follow me personally on Twitter. I'm at Amanda Cosco, or electric_Amanda on Instagram. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.